Level 152. Now we see some possible solutions to the equation x plus y plus z. Let's see here. So this bunny can only be hit by this bomb. This bunny only by this bomb. And this bunny also only by this bomb. And this bunny only by this bomb. So that excludes all these equations, since each of these is at least 1. Also, we see we can fill in this row with walls. Now this is grayed out. So is this. Also, let's see here. There's one alternative where one of these equals 6. The only candidate for that is x. But if x is 6, that means it hits this bunny as well as this one. That means we would get walls here, and that locks in this crystal, which can't be. So that eliminates this equation as a possibility. That means we either have 1 plus 3 plus 5 or 2 plus 3 plus 4. In both cases, we have, we have 5 or 4, which can only be x. But in both of these, we have a value 3. And if we look in this row, there are 3 walls, which eliminates the possibility of y being equal to 3. At most, it can be 2. That means z has to be equal to 3. So that lets us fill in walls in this column. And now y is either 1 or 2, and x is either 4 or 5. Also, we need some walls here and here. And this is gray, and so is this. Now, this can't be a wall because that would isolate this empty space. So this must be empty. Therefore, this is a wall. There are 2 walls in this column. They must be here and here. That means the final bunny has to be hit by this bomb, and the remaining spaces in this row must be walls. Also, that means these corners have to be walls because they can't be isolated empty spaces. Now this is gray. So is this. We can fill in this column with walls, which grays out these rows. And this column is gray. And this row has 2 more walls, which must be here. And this row has 2 more walls, which must be here. Level 153. Start out by filling in this row as indicated, and now the board is separated neatly into 2 zones, and they each present their own equation. As we see on the top, we have 2x and 4y equals 14. On the bottom side, we have 4x plus 2y equals 16. If you do a little math, you figure out that means y equals 2 and x equals 3. So keep that in mind for later. Now some easy targets. This bunny has to be hit by this bomb since y equals 2. This can at most hit these 2. So this bunny has to be hit by this one. This bunny has to be hit either by this bomb in which case we see there are two walls in this row. They would have to be here, or it has to be hit by this bomb, and the walls would have to be here. So these are the only two options, since this bunny can only be hit by these two. That means, in either case, that means we need walls so that these do not hit more than two targets. We need walls here and here. And also, this bomb cannot hit this bunny. And in both cases, they hit this. This bomb would hit this bunny, and this bomb this bunny. And so now we see this bunny has to be hit by this bomb. And since this bomb can only have one more target, this bunny has to be hit by this bomb. And now we see there has to be at least one wall here. And notice this column has a total of 3 walls, meaning there are 2 walls left. And if we look down here, there needs to be at least one wall here. So at least one wall here and at least one wall here. That accounts for all the remaining walls. That means the rest of the spaces in this column are empty. It also means that this bomb will hit one of these 2 bunnies, so there needs to be a wall here. That means this bunny has to be hit by this bomb. Also, we see this bunny has to be hit by this one. Now this bunny has to be hit by this bomb. Now if we look at this row, there's only one wall. And if that is somewhere that does not block any of these avenues, well, what happens is this bomb has only 2 targets. That means that these spaces are empty, and one of these is a wall. And if this is a wall, then what happens is this has to hit these 2, and this will be empty. So this bomb hits this one, and that again means this bomb only has 2 targets when it needs 3. So this is also empty. And then one of these is a wall. And let's see, since we've established there can only be one wall here, there is exactly one wall here in one of these 2, one wall here. That means this bomb will hit one of these, and there has to be a wall here. So now this column is gray. And now we see that we need a wall here. And that makes this column gray. And this row. So now we see we need a wall here. And also, now this bomb only has, the only possible targets are these 3. So it has to hit all of them. And we need a wall here. Now we need a wall here as well. And this bomb needs one more target, which has to be here. And we see we have to have a wall here and one here. Now this row is gray. So now this bomb has 2 targets. So we need a wall here. This bunny has to be hit by this bomb, which now has 3 targets. So this has to be a wall. This bunny has to be hit by this bomb. So now we need a wall here. And one here and one here. And this bunny has to be hit by this bomb. And we need a wall here. So now these rows are gray. And we have some gray columns. So now this bomb has 3 targets. That means we need walls here and here. So now this is gray. Now this bunny can only be hit by this bomb, which also needs 1 more target, which has to be this one. That means we need a wall here. This bomb must hit this bunny, and we need a wall here. This bomb needs to hit this one, and we need a wall here, etc. Like that. And now all bombs have found their targets, and we have a bunch of gray columns to fill in with empty space. Now we need a wall here. We need a wall here. Now this is gray. So is this. We need a wall here. So now this is gray. And this is gray. This row has 2 walls, which have to be here. Same with this row. And this. And this. And we see everything is gray, so all that remains is empty space.